In April 2026, Invincible Season 4 ended with the most consequential image the entire franchise has put on screen so far. Thragg, the Grand Regent of the Viltrumite Empire, walking onto Earth with 37 of his most dangerous warriors. The Viltrumite War is over, the Viltrumites lost, and the survivors are now living among us. That single decision has restructured the entire Invincible universe in a way fans have spent the last 72 hours arguing about online, because Thragg's arrival is not a defeat, it is a chess move, and Mark Grayson just signed off on it. To understand why this matters, the season needs context. Season 4 picks up after Mark and the Coalition of Planets have been fighting Thragg's loyalists across the galaxy for months. The Coalition is built around Alan, the alien, the surviving Viltrumites who broke from Thragg, and the planets willing to risk extinction to fight the Empire. By episode 6, the war has bled the Coalition almost to nothing. Thaedus, the commander-in-chief of the entire alliance, is killed when Thragg literally beheads him on screen. That moment alone caused panic in the Reddit live thread, because Thaedus was the only character readers and viewers trusted to keep Mark from losing himself. With Thaedus gone, the war becomes personal. Mark and Nolan fighting side by side for the first time in the show's history, finally corner Thragg in deep space. The fight is the longest combat sequence Invincible has ever animated. 11 minutes, no cuts, no dialogue, 3 superhuman bodies trying to kill each other across a debris field of collapsing alien moons. Nolan takes a strike that in the comics would have killed him. The show plays it as fatal for almost 90 seconds before revealing he survives. Oliver, Mark's younger brother, is also caught in the fight and almost dies before being pulled out by Alan. The fight ends with a stalemate. Thragg cannot kill Mark cleanly. Mark cannot kill Thragg cleanly. Both are bleeding from wounds that should have ended the fight twice over. And in that moment, Thragg does what no fan saw coming. He offers a truce. The terms of the truce are the spine of the season finale. Thragg has 37 Viltrumites left from the original Empire. They are exhausted. Their breeding stock is gone. Their home planet is destroyed. He proposes that those 37 settle on Earth, live secretly among the human population, and rebuild the species over generations. In exchange, the Viltrumite Empire formally ends. There is no more war. There is no more conquest. The Coalition stands down. Earth becomes, in effect, the new and last Viltrumite homeworld. Mark refuses at first. The terms are unthinkable. Then Thragg activates a psychic projection technique the comics never gave him, and Mark sees, in real time, exactly what war with the remaining 37 Viltrumites would cost. The projection shows Eve dying. It shows Oliver dying. It shows Mark's mother dying. It shows the Earth itself half destroyed before Thragg is finally killed. The hallucination lasts roughly 3 minutes of screen time and is rendered in an animation style fans have already started calling the most disturbing imagery the show has produced. And then Mark says yes. The agreement is sealed in silence. There is no handshake, no signed treaty. Thragg simply nods. Mark nods back. And the season closes with Thragg and his 37 walking onto Earth in plain clothes, mixing into a crowd in what looks like Tokyo, while the score, composed by John Paisano, drops out for a full 30 seconds. The final shot is a child on the street looking up at a Viltrumite woman and smiling. The Viltrumite woman smiles back. Roll credits. The implications of that ending are massive. Mark has, in a single conversation, traded the moral clarity of his entire show for the survival of the people he loves. Every Viltrumite walking among humans is a ticking bomb. Any of them could decide to break the truce. Any of them could be radicalized by Thragg back into open war. And Mark cannot tell anyone the deal exists, because the moment the public knows there are Viltrumites on Earth, panic and preemptive violence become inevitable. Season 5, which Prime Video confirmed within an hour of the finale dropping, will deal with the consequences. Showrunner Robert Kirkman has already said in interviews that Season 5 is structured as a slow-motion conspiracy thriller. Mark spends most of the season watching the 37 unable to act, unable to confess, unable to relax. Eve gets pregnant. Oliver starts asking dangerous questions. Cecil Stedman, the head of the Global Defense Agency, begins to suspect there is something Mark is hiding. The whole season builds toward the moment a single Viltrumite breaks the truce. When that happens, the war restarts on Earth. The fan response to all of this has been split in the most productive way possible for a show. Comic readers know the truce ends in the books with one of the bloodiest single sequences in modern superhero comics. The animated show is being set up to deliver that sequence as its endgame, and the timing is perfect. Robert Kirkman has hinted in 2 separate interviews that Season 5 is the penultimate season, and Season 6 will close the show, which means viewers are about to watch one of the most ambitious animated narrative arcs ever attempted on streaming reach its final act over the next 3 years. There's also the matter of the deaths in Season 4 that the show is deliberately understating. The Episode 7 finale shows Thaedus dying, but it also confirms multiple Viltrumite generals are killed off-screen. The coalition of planets as a fighting force is essentially destroyed. Alan the alien is alive but injured. The Mauler twins are alive but radicalized. Black Samson is missing. Adam Eve has used the upper limit of her abilities and is, by Cecil's admission to Mark, slowly losing her connection to her own powers. None of this gets resolved in Season 4. All of it carries into Season 5. For a show that started as a coming-of-age story about a teenager who could fly, Invincible has become something almost unprecedented in animated television. A multi-season geopolitical tragedy where the central character is being destroyed slowly by the choices the show forces him to make. The truce with Thragg is not a victory. It is the single worst deal Mark Grayson has ever signed. And in the final shot of Season 4, when the camera holds on Mark's face as Thragg walks past him into a crowd, the show makes sure the audience understands. Mark knows. Season 5 drops late 2026. The clock has started. The 37 are already among us, and Invincible, after 4 seasons of pretending to be a superhero show, has finally revealed what it has actually been about the entire time. The cost of being the only person who knows the truth.